here's something fun to show you. This is something I did when, oops, sorry I put that on the mic. This is something I did when I was working in the hotel. I worked nights, so I was bored a lot and trying to find things to do. So I had this crazy idea to come up with a coloring book that we would give to kids to come stay in the hotel. So I made up these two characters. One was named George and one was named Thomas. And in the end result, well, Tommy after Thomas Jefferson, and then George after George Washington. Yeah, you know, Virginia's known for the presidents and stuff like that. So I drew these characters, and this was George, a raccoon, and this was Thomas, or Tommy, little hillbilly looking little boy. Okay, and you'll see there's this big folder of papers that I put together, and it's full of all of the hard copies of this coloring book together that I put together. And this was the end result, which was Discover Virginia coloring book. And God, look at the charcoal on my thumb. I'm getting in my stuff. Crap. But I took my pictures, and between photocopies, I ended up tracing them and making them colorable. I drew a lighthouse with a color by number, drew the cardinal over there, and it has little facts and stuff like first settlement, it was Jamestown, May 13th, 1907. Or, wow, that was really wrong. It's not 1907, it's 1707. Oops. Discover Virginia, little special tips and stuff. I drew a maze. Drew Virginia. It says Amazing Virginia. How creative. A little thing to draw a seatbelt on because the kids are supposed to wear their seatbelt. You know, and then, you know, I put at the end special things of how to learn more about Virginia, things like that. But anyway, I made this little coloring book, and it was something fun to do. Something I'm kind of proud of that I kept all these years. And, yeah. So, there's that. Let's see. This was actually one of my favorite works that I did, and he has kind of a weird angle to him. But I was looking at a poster of a picture of a guy, and I drew that picture. I was in college. It's in charcoal. I prefer charcoal. Actually, I prefer colored pencil. That's my favorite media, but I do like charcoal after that, or just regular pencil, of course. And, you know, there's other stuff. You know, I've got my sketchbook where I've drawn, you know, things in it. You know, just random drawings. I'm a scribbler. I like to scribble. You know, I draw, like there, I drew hands. I like to scribble. I look at things. I had, you know, my boot was sitting beside me, so I drew a boot. You know, these are things that I just did in college. And I liked drawing candles quite a bit back then, too. There's a lot of candles in here. My backpack from back home. My watch. You know, just, you know, I picked random things that I was looking at and just drew them. But that's what I do, you know, I just like drawing on random. This is a nice little story. This picture I drew of an angel holding a little girl. I just drew this one night at work one night. And I had a girlfriend named Carol that stayed there at the hotel. And she loved angels. And she loved this picture very much, and she asked for a copy of it. So I just made her a copy of it. I scanned her a copy of it. And then I found out she actually framed it and put it in her house, which made me feel really special that somebody would do that of my work. And so eventually I ended up taking it, and I still had connections with back in my high school, and I had worked with copper. And you know how you could press copper to make it 3D-ish and stuff? I took that picture, traced it up, and I made her a copper print of it and framed it and stuff, and so she took that. Anyway, if you know anything about that work, then, you know. Well, here's something for you gamers that actually did pay attention and stick around for the end of this, because I'm sure I probably lost a lot of you by now. I'm going to show you something else that I drew, and this is kind of funny. I was drawing, for some reason, Zelda and the Ocarina of Time, and I'm very actually embarrassed by this Link. Link looks awful here, but I'll show you anyway. At least Ganon looks funny. Here's Ganondorf. And Zelda, Link looks awful, but I was playing around, I guess. You can barely see it. There you go. Legend of Zelda. But, yeah. There's the Triforce up there in the corner. God, that looks awful. Anyway, I'm sure I could do much better if I would have tried. But anyway, I'm sure this has gotten lengthy enough. Thanks for watching. I'll probably have some more to show off some other time. And like I said, check the comments and I'll, or the, not the comments, but the description, and I'll show you a couple other things that I've done and how do you get to any of my other work if you're actually interested. But yeah, thanks for actually tuning in and sticking with it, guys. Take care.